Hi there guys, Slick here from Super Slick Gaming and welcome to the Iron Colossus. Alright guys, this is my first episode on tutorials and how-tos and how to build some easy redstone free farms. So my goal with this is just to see like how far I can take specific farms and make them massive and make them absolutely insane and big, and how to actually build them. So as you guys can see, the scale of this thing is absolutely massive. It's got 12 villager or iron golem spawn chambers from the villagers. It's got 12 villager chambers. It has got a massive collection thing down below, and this iron farm pushes out anywhere from 4,500 to about 5,500 ingots per hour. And that is absolutely insane. It's absolutely massive, and as you guys can see, there is a constant stream of golems coming down. They're continuously spawning as long as you're in the area, and this thing, scary enough, can be built on a third layer. Alright guys, so let me get into how to build this thing and how this thing actually works. Alright, so pretty much in the new villager mechanics, all villagers need to have beds. You need to give them a scare, and once they get scared, they spawn on golem. Alright, so guys, there is a few things on this farm that is optional. So if you drop down here, like these walls of all the fancy glass is not optional. You do not need this wall because the golems will be falling past it in any case, so they can't get stuck here. So if you really don't want these walls, you can take them down and have two separate layers of floating chambers. I just actually feel that it looks better, it just looks more complete as a building, so I added these extra walls and glass, which is not necessary. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, it's continuously spawning golems. Every now and again you'll see a golem on the edge there, but what happens is the golem is trying to aggro on the zombie in there, but once the zombie leaves, you will fall off eventually. As you see, he's fallen off there. And as you guys can see, this thing is just pumping out iron at an insane tempo. It's generating golems on an insane pace, and I really want to do the third layer to see exactly how far this is. This thing's now been running for about almost 3 hours. We got a double chest there. Okay, so it seems like it's basically just finished with my first double chest, so the iron is probably going to start accumulating somewhere here, or is it stuck in the hoppers? I don't know. Alright, once this hopper fills up, it's going to start trickling to the other chest above it. Right, you guys can see we almost got a full double chest there, and the hoppers are starting to fill there, and this is about 3, maybe 3.5 hours worth of generation. So it is an absolute beast, as you can see. Alright, so how to get into it, and important facts to consider. Alright guys, killing the golems. Killing the golems is completely your choice how you want to do it. I'm using the lava blade method, which is very simple. Hoppers below. You skip 2 blocks, you do fences, and then on top of that you add lava, and the golem's head will burn, but the materials will end up on the hoppers and go down. I'll show you guys how to build that just now as well. But you can use magma blocks with railways running underneath, with a minecart hopper running underneath, and collect it that way if you want. I just felt that this is probably the better way. You don't have to have a massive spawn chamber like this. You can have a smaller one and just funnel it to a smaller one. Alright, so let us go to a little bit of an area away from this thing so I can show you guys exactly how to do this. And as I said, there's no complicated redstone necessary. The most redstone you're going to need is a few redstone blocks, and then just the powered rails, and that's pretty much all you're going to require. Alright, so I just want to move out of the spawn radius of my Iron Colossus right there. And the nicest thing about this farm is you don't have to build it in the scale from the start. You can build one pod and then just carry on adding onto it. So you'll have one pod working, starting to generate iron, and as you get more materials and so forth, you can build the second pod, the third pod, the fourth pod, and make it another level higher. Oh, sorry about the iron there, guys. I was just test driving it, just how I'm going to build it. So this is just like sort of where I started my tutorial before I started recording, just to see if the area would work for me. Alright guys, so quickly, most important, you want to be off the ground. You don't want any of these surfaces for the iron golem to spawn. Otherwise, you're going to have to go either glass block or slab this whole area. So I worked on 16 blocks up in the air just for safety. So you want to get the starting point. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, sorry, I went too high because that's 16. All right. So this is pretty much the height I started, but let's go to 20 blocks for in case. So let's go 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll start building on the 20th block. So all of these, obviously on the pillar, you can get rid of. So let's get rid of that quickly. Alright, so that's our starting point. This is how we're going to start. That won't allow the golems to actually start spawning on the floor. Alright, so now we're going to start the first villager chamber. So this is block 1. So we're going to go 7 blocks wide. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 blocks. So it's a 7 by 6, 6 blocks this way. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Complete the square, guys. Get the square done. Alright, so this is going to be the start of your first villager platform. So fill in the gaps. So you got a nice little 6 by 7 square. Once you've got the square built, go around and go 1 block high, right around. Simple stuff so far. Alright, so on this side I like to leave a window. It's not necessary, guys. You don't have to have this window this side, but I prefer to do it so the villagers just seems like they have something to look at. So go 1 block higher and then do a little window like that. And the most important window is the one that's going to be facing your zombies. So this window is the important one. Right, so build another window there. Just as long as and wide as with the platform is this, you can fill in walls. So that can be a solid block. Alright, so that's a solid block down there. Alright, solid block down there. So now pretty much you're sitting with the window this way, you're sitting with the window that way. Alright, so you want 3 beds, guys. You can go 1 bed, leave a space, 1 bed, leave a space, 1 bed. I know you can make these chambers smaller if you want to. I just like the scale of the scale of this chamber itself, because you'll see with the Minecraft rails, it just looks nice and tidy and it's quite neat. So what you want in here, you want 3 villagers. Always 3 villagers, guys. That's the most efficient you need. So you need 3 villagers. Then very important, you might want to grab some torches here, just so we don't have anything spawning in between our villagers. Let's do that for now. And you want to chuck 2 torches in here, anywhere you want, guys, just so you got a light level so nothing can spawn in here. Most important now, guys, after you've built this 3 blocks high, so that's 1, 2, 3, you want to slab this. Golems and mobs do not spawn on these slabs, so you want to cover this up completely so you don't have any unnecessary mobs and the golems spawning on your roof, because obviously that would be a problem and you're going to have to come fix it every now and again to get these golems off the roof. So once you get these built, okay, you close this up so nothing can spawn on them. Alright, guys, so as I said, you can build 1 module and you can expand onto that. So most important now is going out of the same level as your chamber, go 8 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, alright. So just fill it in as wide as what the chamber is, the villager zone. So fill that 8 wide. Alright. And then 8 wide like that. Okay, if you want to start with your first chamber, so this can start producing iron while you add on, I would recommend going 1 wide on either side extra, because you need to build walls for the water afterwards. So go up, out 1, then go 2 blocks high so you can make sure the golem can't get out. 2 blocks high, and then slab it, and do this on both sides. Alright, on both sides you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, go another one up. Alright, and then slab it. Okay, once it's been slabbed, guys, you can start filling in your water bucket. So start in the corners, go 1, skip 1, go 1, skip 1, and then fill in the corner again. You'll see the water will stop. Okay, I made a mistake on this side, guys, because I'm an absolute idiot. I did not go one out, so let's quickly fix that. Let's go one wide. Alright, oops, that's too far. Go one wide like that. And then we can pretty much just do this. Add that wall there. Break that down. Like that. Go one higher. Sorry, just quickly correcting my mistakes. Okay, one out, slab it so the golems can't spawn in. Let's just add this water bucket in. Alright, so once this water bucket's in, guys, you want to see the water has to stop right at the edge. You don't want any overflow, because when you have your lava blades and stuff down there, it will pretty much turn into obsidian. So you want to sort of have the water stopping on the edge so it can push the golem all the way off. Alright, so that is pretty much your golem delivery system. Now, the villagers' scariness system. What scares the villagers? Alright, this is also straightforward, guys. So you want to go from your chamber's wall here. You want to go 25 blocks out that way. Start on the edge and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Alright, the reason for 25 blocks is you want the zombie to travel far enough away from your villagers to not scare them anymore. So they can get a break, so when the zombie comes around again, you can scare them again. Alright guys, once it's out 25 blocks, go 3 wide and do exactly the same. Alright, so go 3 out, all the way out to 25. Okay, then start at the other side and go 3 wide again, all the way out on 25. Okay, is that? No, it's 1 too far. And then we go out 25. We'll do that again. Alright, and one more time. So you got a 3 by 25 row of blocks. Okay, so very important now, guys. On the far end away from a chamber, you go 1, 2, 3. On the close end into the chamber, you go 1 and 2. Alright, so it ends up looking like this. Now, around this little hole here, guys, I want you to ring it with 1 block right around. Alright, so we're going 1 block right around. Oopsie. Alright, so it ends up looking something like that. Then from your outer wall, go all the way around, stick to the outer edge and do 1 row right around the outer edge of this little platform. Okay, all the way around. Okay, so all the way till it touches this wall. So they end up with a very long little path, reading like a little big round circle all the way around. Now after this, it's important maybe to pop in a few torches. You don't get any unnecessary spawning on top of your head. So I do about 8 torches, leave a gap, leave a gap. Doesn't have to be precise, guys. As long as you got a light level, it's fine. So just something like that. So you just don't have any spawns up here anymore. Alright, now very important, you need a roof for your zombie. So it does not kill, the sun does not kill it. So you want to keep it as wide as these 3 tracks are, because this will eliminate any golems for spawning on top of these normal blocks and any other mob on that fact. And because it's slab, nothing can spawn on its roof. So now you want to go all the way from the edge, all the way to the end. Just like that. Just like that. So you're pretty much building these slabs on the same pattern as this bottom platform. Under the exact same pattern. So now you're going that wide. Alright, so this is simple. All the way out like that. Now you start off with this 3 again. Going this way. Okay. All the way that way, and then we do the other 2 lines. And as you guys can see, this is very straightforward, this is very simple, and even when we get the zombie in, you'll also see it's extremely simple. Alright, so let's quickly do this. Okay, it's now important, guys, after it's done, as I said, you followed the exact same track. So you want 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2. So now you got the big donut like that. You can fill it up with glass if you guys want. It's completely optional. You don't have to have this hole in the middle. If you do glass, that's also fine. If you want to Do glass here at the sides, that's also fine. It's completely up to you. You can make it look better. This is just the most efficient and quickest way how to do this. Alright, so now, next, you want 4 redstone blocks per chamber, guys. So what you want to do is you want to go 4 out, and on the 5th block, you do a redstone block. So 1, you start at the chamber this side, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where I want redstone block. Okay, again on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This block, I want redstone block. And you do the exact same from the other side. So now you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want my redstone block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my redstone block. Alright, so now very important, guys, with the powered rails. This is very important. You do not want a power rail on these first blocks around each corner. You want to skip that block and do rails all the way to the other side. Make sure that this red is activated all the way through, and then again stop 1 block away from the corner. Do it exactly the same on the other side, so go all the way through. Like that. So this is now where the magic happens, guys. Alright, so now with your water bucket, just after a rail, chuck your water bucket in. It will look something like that. And it will join up on this side and follow the same route of the water and chuck another bucket on this side. So now pretty much what's going to happen, this is the magic of the system. So you're going to have your zombie sitting in its minecart, coming down this rail here. It's going to hit the water, start floating by, past these villages on its own slow capacity. It will scare the villagers long enough to spawn an iron golem. It will pass all the way, it will get down this side, it will hit this water source block that side, which is going to slow it down again. The reason for that is it gives the villagers a chance to sleep. And it lengthens the time the zombie takes to get to the villagers. So it will up the productivity. So usually every single time the zombie comes past those villagers, because of these water blocks slowing it down, it should spawn a golem. It's about 80 to 90% certain will spawn a golem. So that is also very important. Alright guys, before we chuck the zombie in here, let's quickly make a quick killing chamber for these things. So if you do not want a glass all the way down here, and you just want a small little capture, I won't recommend starting it on the edge. I would recommend starting it 1 block in. So if we go down here, and we go straight down, alright, we can start our killing chamber right here. Let's grab some glass so it's easier to see how to build and how we can kill them. Let's take some normal see-through glass. And then we can get rid of that for now. We're going to need some magma buckets. Magma. Or lava buckets, my bad. Lava buckets, alright. So let's do a lava bucket right there. We don't need water, we need some gates, fence gates. Gate, any gate will do. We'll do crimson. Why? Because why not? And then we need some hoppers and chests. Hopper. Need some hoppers. And some chests. Alright, and chests. Okay, so killing chamber, guys. So we want to start at least on the same width as 1 block out and away, just for in case and safety. So that will be this block. So we want to go just 3 up, 3 high is enough for killing chamber. Alright, and then we want to move it from there. Oops, why do I have a big hole there? But that's fine, I'll just fill it in with some glass, it's okay. And on the edge of that. Alright, so that should be okay. Let's go 1 more. Let's just make a rudimentary killing chamber just so you guys can see what the explanation is on a killing chamber for these golems. I'm probably making it a bit too big, but you guys will get the idea on how it works. This is all up to you how big you want the killing chamber, guys. It can be smaller, it can be bigger. I'm just quickly doing a a little bit of a quick one, and just so you guys can see exactly how to do a killing chamber and how to collect the resources that your golems will be providing you in a few seconds. Alright, so this is actually quite straightforward. Make this walls 3 high. Important to have a 3 high, guys, so your golems can just burn their heads instead of burning everything. Let's just fill this up, but it's actually going to become hoppers just now in any case, so it's actually pointless. Alright, so let's quickly get a collection chest. Let's just do it. Yeah, why not? Just do it right here. Let's get a chest in here. Alright, then we get some hoppers just pointing into that chest, into that chest, into that chest, into that chest, oops, into that chest. Alright, clear this out so we can actually just do this. Alright guys, so you just want all these hoppers pointing into these front hoppers. Oops, what did I do? Okay, I dropped my hoppers. Alright, so pointing into these hoppers. So now that they're like that, just make sure, the most important is making sure that they actually face into these hoppers, okay? Very important, because otherwise your items are not going to filter all the way through to your chests. So just make sure that they are pointing this the right way, okay? I just want something to sit on because I can't press shift, can't press my shift button. So let's just do that. Shift and click so you can place these hoppers onto, onto the other hoppers. Just like that. Alright, so just like that. So now you got your hopper system. Alright guys, so now the next thing you want to do is just you want to go right around adding these fence gates. Okay, right around, press shift and add these fence gates on top of the other fence gates. Okay, on top like that. It's very straightforward, very simple. Okay, you can now either turn around and add it to this wall, but if you're like me, you want everything looking the exact same, it's probably just better standing on the side and just adding them on top of the other one like that. Okay, once you got this fence case in place, add your lava, click on the side of these blocks. So add your lava, you should be able to get away with having some in the corners and maybe just adding one in every here and there in the middle. Alright, so you see our middle is missing, we don't have that, so just one in the middle there, and then one in the middle there. So now you got this floating lava pile on top of hoppers, so that is going to be our killing chamber. So golems will spawn here. It seems like my killing chamber is a little bit narrow, but we should be fine, we'll test it now. Alright, and now to add the zombie. So once you get your zombie up here, you can use a water elevator, whatever you feel, guys. So let's just get our minecart ready, just for in case. So once we add the zombie in here, we should be able to get our first spawn. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Whoops, sorry dude, bye. That's a villager egg. Let's get my zombie egg, zombie spawn egg. Guys, make sure it's not a baby zombie. Baby zombies do not work. You need a normal zombie because baby zombies are too short to want to aggro these guys. So make sure you got a baby zombie, a normal zombie. Chuck that in. Let's get our minecart up here. The zombie should go sit in it once it eats it. Alright, so now we should have him. You guys see how it works? So now he's hitting this water block. He's going to travel extremely slow. He's going to go all the way around. That gives our villagers time to rest. He's going to go all around. He's going to get back onto this powered rail. He'll jet off. Whoops, he's jetting off. He's going to scare the living daylights out of these guys. They're going to start talking. They're going to spawn an iron golem. Alright, sometimes these guys do get a little bit laggy into the walls, but they usually just like start moving after a short while. So don't worry about them. You can either let them go. They will move, guys. Oops, I think he's like sort of glitching into the block. But he will move eventually because they start trying to find towards the zombie and they go by themselves. They fall down. They fall into my little lava pit. Oh guys, I made an absolute big error. I did not open my fence gates. Alright guys, don't be like me. Open these fence gates once you are done. Please make sure all of them are opened. Otherwise you're gonna end up with the same. Make sure they are open, guys. I made that mistake. That's my bad. After you've placed them, open them up. Otherwise the golems are gonna get stuck on top of them. So just make sure these guys are open all the way. Right, yes, just like that. And now the golems should fall through. Sorry about that, guys. That was my bad. But this actually gives a test. You see, I already spawned another golem. The golem's all the way down. Now he should fall down all the way into your little lava pit. He's gonna be burning his head, but your materials should fall down to the bottom and they should come out into this box. Alright, he died, and there you go. There's our iron. Alright guys, so now on to expansion. If you want to expand onto this farm, it's very easy. So now you can build this one. It will start producing your iron for you. Okay, so now after you've placed, remember that was one block after your chamber, your villagers can't get there. After that block, you want to carry on another 15 blocks out to the side. I'm just going to take any block just to show you guys quickly. So let's take this block, let's take stone. So now you're going to go on your same chamber. You're going to go 16 blocks away because I didn't place one there. So you're going to go 16 blocks away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, so once you're here, now you can start that whole process over. Now you can build another chamber like that. And you can have another runway. You can either keep your runway looking like this and have every chamber with an individual runway, or you can do what I've done there with my Iron Colossus and have this filled in with water just because it looks better. Once you got your next chamber built, you can obviously funnel it down into a water stream that is pushing it this way. So you'll perhaps have a water stream, 8 blocks long going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That wide, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Alright, like that. Like that. And you might have something looking like this, with a full block right around. Like that and like that. And this is just sort of to channel those again. Just make sure actually that wherever it lands, that's wrong. It has to be on the same width as this little thing. And you obviously want to build walls there so they can't end up in here. Same thing like that, guys. Sorry, I built like an idiot. So like that. You want that going down like that with some walls there. So you make sure it gets funneled into there. And then fill this up like that. Like that. Alright. And then some water buckets. Water bucket like that. And then you can fill this up again going 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will flow to the edge. And then the next one, 8 again. And that flows onto that edge and so forth until you get under your other one. And then the golems will fall into that water stream and then follow down to the track. I'll go show you there by the iron golems, but now you can do the exact same copy and paste. Obviously the golem spawned here now, guys, because this is not half slabbed. So once you start building that chamber, immediately just remove this, because once this golem is down here, he will not spawn anything else. So once you get that done, make sure you get your starting block where you're going to start and delete the rest. Because now that should be far enough so the villagers doesn't spawn on that. So once that thing comes past again, you'll spawn another one. It won't spawn in that block far away. So regarding that little stream, I'll go show you. So just copy and paste that idea with the next platform and have your water streams running that side. Another important thing to remember, if you do a platform directly opposite, make sure you're 15 blocks away going that way. So this will be 8, leave the gap and then count again. So I usually do 8, leave 5 in between and then count another 8, and they probably usually about like 20 odd blocks away from each other. So regarding that water stream, I'll go show you what I've done by my Iron Colossus, and then this will pretty much end up the tutorial. So I showed you guys how to do the lava blades. I've showed you guys the easiest way to actually build this Iron Colossus and how it works. You start to the one compartment, get some iron flowing, start to the next compartment, get some iron flowing, and keep adding on. So you can either leave the gaps in between, or you can have these nice looking long water paths in between every single, chamber, which is technically not necessary. Takes extra time, takes extra water, takes extra everything. Guys, one thing I would highly recommend, I'll show you guys now. If you do decide to do a third layer, it does get quite cold the higher you go up. So you might want to just consider having these torches along the side here just to keep the ice blocks melted. That's why I did them here, because I saw this one corner started melting. It's obviously a colder biome. But yeah, so pretty much this is the collection system down here. That's exactly what I've done. It's 8 blocks, ramp down, 8 blocks, ramp down, 8 blocks, ramp down, until you get to the lava thing here in the middle. So the collection or the killing method. And that will just make sure all the zombies flow down here. So you can start to this one compartment, do that one, do the next compartment, do that one. Just always remember, if you do walls like this, guys, the top half slabs are so important. So you guys can actually just not get any golems spawning anywhere you don't want. Make sure it's off the ground, so the golems cannot spawn on the ground. Because as I said, otherwise you're going to have to half slab all of this. And it is a bit slow at the moment because we were out of its spawn chunk. So the farm is pretty much only kicking up back into level now. But you guys will start seeing as soon as we're in there. And also, guys, if you are playing in survival, just remember to please name tag your zombies as well. If you don't name tag the zombies, they are not going to they're going to despawn eventually. I also think what's messing around with this spawning now is because of the small one. That way it's obviously activated, so these guys have gone into limbo. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the easiest way to get a nice big giant iron farm. There's nothing complicated. It's not expensive materials. You don't need any expensive redstone and such. So I'll obviously just go delete that little farm, and this one will pretty much kick into life again, and I will do that, guys. As I said, that my goal is to have this channel or build massive stuff, massive farms, and just see how far we can push these things, because everybody always does these small little micro farms going, yeah, it's so efficient, 500 iron an hour, 600 iron an hour. I said screw this. I'm doing 5,000 iron an hour or more, and that is my goal. I really want to get these things as pumped up as possible. But alright, guys, that will conclude this episode on how to build an insanely ridiculous iron farm. If you guys got any questions, if you guys want any input, if you guys get stuck, please drop a comment down there. Also, please say what farm you guys want to see me do next into a ridiculous proportion, and I will attempt to build this thing as big as I can. And if you guys have any suggestions how I can improve on this build, or if you guys can improve on this build and you do build it, tag me in a few photos on a video you guys have made, so I can go check it out to myself and see exactly how you guys have done it. I'm very keen to actually start a little series like this, guys, for the people also that's watched Elden Ring. Don't be scared if you guys enjoy that series. I am carrying on with it. I just decided to start this as a little side project, so I'll be trying to drop a few Minecraft episodes, a few Elden Ring episodes every week. So guys, don't fret, the Elden Ring will carry on. But if you guys have enjoyed this tutorial series on how my Iron Colossus has been built, and I will obviously update it once I've done its third layer. I really need to go delete that stuff, because now I'm depressed, because once that smaller iron farm started there, this one stopped working. So once I kill that one, this one will keep back into life again. Alright guys, but that is me. That is Slick from Super Slick Gaming, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I hope you guys enjoy my Iron Colossus and this monster of an iron farm. I just really wanted to jump it back into life, so I'm going to have to go kill that one down there, but that's all good. But guys, have a good one and catch you on the next episode, and please let me know what else you would see as a farm. Have a good one, everybody. Cheers. Bye bye.